play, play. And my haters gonna hate, 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 baby. I'm just gonna shake, 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 shake. Shake it off, shake it off. Heartbreaker's gonna break, 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 break. And the biggest gonna
Diane, can you come on up and bring one of your friends? Come on, Mary. Mary Martin's coming up. Are you leaving? Oh, before the food demos? Sit down. Okay. We're going to breeze through this real quick. Plus, besides that, don't we have some information to share from the stage, you and I? I thought we were going to talk. Okay, she's trying to leave me. I'm feeling a little hurt too, Jenny. I don't know. This is getting ugly. Okay. Torianne, and to think I came to the school because of you. And she leaves me in the middle of my talk. It's okay. Okay, so Mary Martin. Mary Martin was an original Moms in Charge lady at my house. She stumbled in somehow off the street. How did you find us?
Yeah, we met at the gym at the hot yoga. Remember? Mm-hmm.
I do not. That was on my process. I was still in brain fog, recovering. Okay, let's have some good news, Diane. What are some good news that we can add to our diets? Because really, all these foods are amazing. They're easy, but we're talking like we got to go on the outside of the aisles, ladies. We got to like get the fruits and vegetables. I'm going to talk a little bit about that, how we can add that in. Oh my gosh, we're running out of time. We started late, but can you share really quickly about some awesome things about the superfood greens and stuff?
Well, for me as an adult, it's not hard to add superfoods into my diet, but with our kids, especially with my experience with my older son, who's like, he knows everything that's going on with, especially what I do with our food. I found sneaking. My kids love salads. I'm very lucky. They eat very good. They really do. I never really had a problem with that. They eat a lot, and they eat good stuff. So in their salads, I'll sprinkle chia seeds on them, quinoa after it's been soaked, a little bit of spirulina. I still have that jar. It's 3 years old now. How long does, you know me and spirulina. But I find sneaking some, chop up some spinach. Like my kids would never eat a whole leaf of spinach. I don't know who would, but I would. But I chop everything up really small, and I sneak their superfoods into salads, whatever they're eating, wraps. We love wraps now with the coconut wraps or the rice wraps, which are gluten-free. And I sneak all that stuff into their food, superfoods.
Okay, that's amazing. And they're getting all their nutrients. Mary, can you tell us why we want to get more green foods specifically? Do you know why we would get them more?
Well, these are more natural foods. They're grown from the ground, most of them. So these are, just naturally healthier choices.
When we think about green, we think about deodorizing, detoxifying. The greener they are, the better they are. And I know kids have sometimes a tendency to shy away from green, and that's actually a physiological thing. Most of them grow out of it, but it is an issue for some kids, and so we have to be sneaky, like Diane was talking about. But it protects their immune system, these green foods, and these high in antioxidants. Blueberries, the top ones that we know are blueberries, walnuts, almonds, and spinach and kale. Those are the ones, if you're getting those in there, and add in some oil with that too. When you have phytonutrients, I don't mean to take the mic away from you, but I have to share this real quick. When you have phytonutrients, which are the colors in food, if you do not have a healthy oil, those phytonutrients are not absorbed. So if you're going to give them a salad or something in their smoothie, make sure they get like some walnuts or some olive oil or some coconut oil as well to go with it to help them absorb, okay? Because those are absorbable with fat. Yeah, it's true. It's really pretty interesting. So make sure that's why when you get a salad, make sure you eat some fat with it. Do not ever get a fat-free salad. Avocados are healthy fat, avocado oil. Make sure that they're getting that as well. So the darker the green, the more powerful. Okay, the next thing we're going to talk about real quickly is the bad news.
Gluten, which is wheat. And wheat, no matter how you look at it, from what I've researched, and you might want to do your own research because I'm still learning about wheat and why we shouldn't have it. It's bad for your digestive system. It gets into there's a protein that wheat releases, and it gets into your digestive tract, your intestines, and it kind of clings on. And what happens is it causes inflammation in your intestine. And when inflammation happens, it can get infected in that one little area, and then foods can get stuck in there, and it causes an infection, and it will release toxins into your bloodstream. So that's when I heard that, happening in my kids' intestines, and it's painful too. It caused bloating, and I had that problem. I had bloat. I was like, why is my stomach so big all the time? I don't know if I have celiac disease. I've never been tested for it, but I do, in my heart, believe that I am wheat sensitive. So it causes all sorts of bowel problems, and that was my oldest son. And like I said earlier, he could not really express that to me. So I had to figure it out on my own, and that's been one of the things that we have eliminated out of our diet, and everybody seems a lot happier. And my younger son, when I started putting him on a clean diet, he started speaking because he was completely nonverbal. My older son was verbal, at least a little, when he was young, but now Jordy, I can't stop him. I'm like, zip it. No, but it definitely causes a lot of problems, but for your digestive system. But eliminating it can definitely benefit your health and clear up. So just detoxify by adding the superfoods and keeping the bad foods out of your system. Go away, bad foods.
Okay, so gluten is actually the protein, and not just wheat, but rye, barley, kamut. So there are a lot of derivatives of that. I just want to say something real quick because we're going to go. I'm going to share a little bit. I think I'm going to do it while I'm doing the food demos, though, my part. But I'm still going to make you stay. But I wanted to say about gluten. If you think that you or your kid may have an issue with gluten, they say that there's an estimated 99% of us have a gluten sensitivity, and we just don't know. And I think it's, what is it? Is there... I don't know if we put it on there, 60%? No, there's a lot of celiac. Yeah, there's a lot that, and it's really, the issue, again, is not necessarily the food, but what's been done to the food. We've genetically modified everything so we can get everything light and fluffy and so yummy for our tummy and give us that bliss point, because actually gluten actually acts like a narcotic in our brain. They've actually shown that it actually has connects to the opiate receptors in our brain, just like cocaine or any other type of narcotic, not just cocaine. And so actually when like when you eat the Cinnabon, sorry, I had to come back. Okay, the Cinnabon, and you like suddenly, well, it's the sugar too, but you start to feel, or the bread at the table, and you just like get so, it's just so, I'm going there, aren't I? Okay, so it's the gluten in the bread because it actually connects to the opiate receptors. That's why we get a high, and we want more of it, and we can't stop. And we won't stop. No. Yes, we will. Yes, we will. We'll do this. We will get a support group, and we will stop gluten together, all of us. But anyway, so if you do suspect, thank you, ladies. Mary, thank you so much. If you do think that you have I want you to just keep that up here. If you do have, think you have this, if you have, does anybody know of anybody that has any little bumps on the back of their arms? Anybody? That's called keratosis pilaris. It's known as chicken skin on the back of your arms. This is the result of a fatty acid and vitamin A deficiency, secondary to fat malabsorption. So if you're not absorbing the fat, see what happens is the protein in wheat causes these little villi in your intestines to flatten. And these villi are what absorbs the fat and the nutrients in your body to help you to grow and to be your best and feel good. And when they're flattened, you're not absorbing it, including the fat. So what happens is you're not absorbing your vitamin A, you don't absorb your fat, and so, it's circulating in your body, and it's just one of the places where the body sends it to, is the arm. So if you know anybody that has that, I really highly suggest that you do an elimination diet. and eliminate it from your diet for at least 4 weeks and see if any of your symptoms like mood swings, hormonal imbalances, fatigue, brain fog, digestive issues, bloating go away. Because I will promise you that if you do have any of those issues, that it's going to make them go away or at least improve. And then if you're not sure, reintroduce it back into your diet and see how that goes.
I shake it off, I shake it off, I shake it off.